Your patent sucks because you don't even know why you got it. My name is Steve Hansen. I've been a practicing patent attorney for over 25 years. Not only do I write patents, but I tear apart other people's patents in litigation. If you like this content, please like, follow, and share. Well, one reason why some people's patents suck is because they don't know why they got it in the first place, and they didn't pursue a strategy that aligned with their reasons for getting it. So if you're going to get into this patent game, which is expensive and can be very frustrating, it's important to have clarity around why you want a patent in the first place. Now, there are a number of different reasons why people get patents. Probably the most classic reason is because they make a product that they don't want other people to duplicate. So they get a patent. The patent covers some particular feature. They make a product with that feature, and they don't want their competitors to make it. And the idea is that if they can lock their competitors out of making that feature, they can increase the market share for their product. And that's historically been a very common reason for getting patents. But you don't have to make a product to either get a patent or to monetize a patent. So some people get patents just to license them. And that's a very valid model, and you can have exclusive licenses, so you can exclusively license it to somebody who is going to make the product, or you can exclusively license it to different people in different fields of use, for different applications, depending on the type of claims you have. So that's another reason they do it, for licensing and to get royalties from that. Some people get patents just for marketing because it helps a product sell if people see that it's patented, if you can legitimately say that it's patented. So that's a really important strategy, because if that's what you're doing, you don't need broad, great patent claims out of that. You need narrow claims that cover your product, they're just fine. So you can do that a lot more cheaply if you go into the process knowing that's your goal, and then have your patent attorney execute a strategy that's consistent with that goal. Another reason that's less common, but I've had a few clients do it, is to build up a defensive portfolio of patents. So some clients I've seen, they acquire patents, not with the idea that they're ever going to actually affirmatively go out and initiate a patent infringement lawsuit, but they want them so that if a competitor sues them, they can see if the competitor is doing anything that infringes their patents and then file counterclaims for patent infringement. So it's just another weapon to have if you get sued. I had one client that was definitely their strategy. They just acquired patents for defensive purposes, and that worked out pretty well for them. It provides sort of a mutually assured destruction scenario with your competitors. They know that if they sue you, they can expect to get sued back, and it can help deter them from doing that. Another reason to get patents is just to increase the perceived value of a company overall, and patents are an asset. And, especially if you are developing, or if you have a company that you're hoping to get acquired at some point, you want to build up the value of the company as much as possible. So having good patents can help do that and help increase the price that you sell the company for. And the other thing, this is sort of related, it's corollary, I guess, but some people get patents just as sort of an adjunct to a technology licensing program where they license trade secrets and also patents, and just to sort of increase the overall bundle, the value of the bundle of intellectual property rights. They'll get patents too. I mean, it's a licensing thing still, but it's a little bit different because they're licensing as a package with other things. So the point is, there's a number of different reasons you might want to get patents. Now, there's also some reasons why you would not want to get patents. And, if you're going to have a hard time enforcing them, that's a really good reason not to get a patent. So let's say you have an invention that's a process invention that would require you to know what competitors are doing inside their plant in order to detect infringement. That's probably not going to be a great candidate for a patent, because you're never going to know if anybody's infringing it. If the patent is covering a very minor improvement that people can easily do without, in other words, can I make a competitive product that is competitive but doesn't have the patented feature so they can make it without infringing your patent, it's not worth the money necessarily to get that patent. It's just going to have cosmetic value because people are going to avoid it. But again, if your purpose was marketing, you wouldn't care about that. right? You wouldn't care about having broad claims or whether the claims could be designed around. But if your purpose was exclusivity, and it turned out that your invention was somewhat narrow and that people could easily do without it and still make competitive products, then that's not a very valuable patent to have as things go. So anyway, those are some of the key reasons why people do and don't get patents. So keep those in mind as you go forward with the process. I hope that helps to keep you out of trouble, and I hope to see you here soon.